Yes, yes. Okay. We're getting the mic. The microphone. Yes, that's where we put the mic. And we test if there's sound. Is the sound? There's the sound. That is good. That is good. Okay. The stream is a slight bit behind, but that's alright. Yep. The recipe. Le recipe. Where did I put the recipe? First, we're gonna get the oven to. Can I figure out how to oven? Yes, we can oven now. 175. That is the preheating of the oven. Now we're gonna chop some fresh rhubarb. Before we do that, we are gonna wash them because these are from the garden. Fresh rhubarb from the garden. Yes. There's a lot of them. We're gonna. This is not a good knife. This is not a good knife. Where's my good knife? There my good knife is. I think it's the good one at least. It's the one that can chop. And we're gonna take the ends off. And it is a 1 centimeter. And they're gonna be like around this. And 1 centimeter, and that is my hair. Oopsie. But 1 centimeter is chop. And put them in a bowl of some sort. I don't have many bowls. I should probably get myself some more bowls. But we are only having 4 bowls at the moment. I need to buy myself some new bowls. The ones I have has broken, so I'm thinking of going to buy some in a thrift store because thrifting is good. Buying new bowls is like there's plenty in thrift stores, so why not? Yeah, I need to also buy myself a new knife because this is also not the best kind of knife, chat. Could be better, could be much better. Can't even. I'm having a hard time cutting the rhubarb. I'm doing the best I can with what tools I got. Jesus Christ. So this is a rhubarb from my garden. It is rhubarb my parents are growing. Which is good rhubarb. There is plenty of it. Plenty of where it comes from. It is like such a big rhubarb garden that I don't even believe it's like I believe it's too much for even ourselves, so that is how much rhubarb there is. Ja. In the ends goes in the trash. And then clean some more. Rub up. Let's see. We're gonna get some Celtic. So what do I think about the rhubarb cake that I'm currently making? It's gonna be a good cake because I've made it before and I don't want to fuck up. It is a cake I have made perfectly before, and I made so much of it last time that I couldn't eat it all by myself, so I had to give some to the neighbor. This is a very good rhubarb cake recipe. I really like rhubarb, and when there's so much of it, why not take use of it? if it's there for free, especially when the prices of rhubarb in the supermarkets are so high, why not just use the one you got from the garden for free? Cause chat, do you know what? Supermarket prices are rising like to fucking high heck. And I hate commercials, but that's what we're with. Oh well. I do not have Spotify Premium, but I do like the Celtic music. I deal with the commercials. I should probably get Spotify Premium at one point. Okay, we're doing some YouTube background music. Cause Spotify is giving me ads on ads in a row. No. Where's my playlists? Background music. Relaxing medieval music. Not the one with rain, please. No. It's not raining. We want cozy music, but not the one with the rain. Posture check is probably a good idea. With my terrible posture and the table being all the way down here. It's a small person table. It's not fit for somebody my height. So my posture is gonna be fucked either way. Show my rhubarb! You hear me? I probably should set the stream settings. I can do that on the computer, but it's all the way in here. We're not streaming RL. We're streaming cooking. And I'm walking all the way into the office to turn on the computer, which I haven't turned on all day. because I forgot about the thing. And I hope you can still hear me, even though I'm fucking far away from the phone. I'm all the way in here, eating some mochi. Whoop, that sounds loud. That was a loud sound. I'm sorry, chat. I apologize for the mochi sound. We're just doing some rudimentary way of optimizing the stream. If my computer is as slow as it seems, it is, and has pushed everything down. Yes, I do want to restore my god-awful amount of pages that I have open. Yes, I do want to get into my fucking stream manager. No, I don't want you to open Discord automatically. I'll fuck off. What are we streaming? Once again, it's technically not just chatting. It is cooking. Is that a category? No. Is it just chatting then? Is there a category for cooking? There's cooking games, but not cooking it of itself. So it is just gonna be just chatting. #Rhubarb. Can I spell? Yes. And then we're back. And I can wave in front of my thingy-madoo. Yes, I'm not in the camera angle currently. Trying to figure out. Yes, it's working. Smirking. And then we're back. I don't want sound on this motherfucker. I don't want to hear myself. There. Now it's been changed. It is functioning, I guess. Shall we keep the door open to get some air through? Maybe. Let's just keep the door open. And I shall wash my hands, so I will not attack the rhubarb with any more dirty things. The computer keyboard will never truly be clean, chat. Unless I peel it off once again. But that is a real bother. Pulling chat. Yeah, just a tiny bit back. Yeah. I'm a tall bitch. I'm not always gonna be in frame, chat. I'm starting to realize that. Oh, it is what it is. My perfectionist ass does not like me not being in frame all the time. But I guess it is what it is. So hey chat, how are you doing today? What are your plans? Are you just relaxing, getting a bit of an afternoon snack, or gaming just a little bit? What's your plan for today, chat? While I'm sitting here. I'm not sitting. While I'm standing here baking a cake. What are your plans? And how's your day been? It is the afternoon where you get your afternoon tea. If you're British. I'm not. I'm furthest from British you can be, even though my accent's just sometimes tend to lend from the British. Even though sometimes it's for fun, other times it's not even on purpose. It's because I've been around British people for way too long. I realized while I come back from TwitchCon, I was trying to speak English to myself in the mirror, like you do. And I sounded so British, it was scary. And I couldn't even stop sounding British until, like, for a while. Which felt weird. Does anybody else chat to themselves in the mirror, chat? Or it's just me? It's not just me, I know it's a common thing for many people to do. Come on, Rhubarb, I know there's plenty of you, but please stay in the fucking bowl. Yeah, we don't need that much of a thing in frame. We can just get me in frame instead. Because I'm much cuter than the sink. Because there's salmon in there. What is this? Is that a bug? Yeah, it's a bug. That needs to go in the bin. A little buggy bug. I don't want to eat bugs. Well, if I have eaten bugs in the past, I would preferably keep them out of my rhubarb cake. And I'm realizing that I need a bigger bowl. I need a bigger bowl. Help, chat. I just need to find a bigger bowl. I need to buy him a greater skull. That's what I need to buy. Rhubarb, stay. Stay? Please, for the love of God, stay in the bowl. There's not many of you left to get into the bowl, so please stay. Don't be a bad rhubarb. Be good. Me out here talking to my rhubarb. No, I do not want to order food. I'm baking a cake. Thank you. That one is bad. The majority of it is. Stay. Okay. Now we're taking the rhubarb. That is not needed. Yep. I have just drinking some sugary tea. I do not mean to be burping on your chat, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And where did it go there? Or where was it? Yes, I better bake the cake. But the cake is gonna take a while. It's gonna take me up for like 45 minutes to the prep, and then 45 minutes for the baking, where we can just sit and chat in the meantime while it's baking. What is on to the next step? What is the next step, chat? What is the next step? Please open the godforsaken recipe. Yes. And now I have to put these in with sugar. The bowl is not big enough, I'm realizing. This is my rhubarb bowl, which rhubarb keeps falling out of. And I need to put sugar in this. I don't have big bowls. I'm gonna put it in a pan. And the only solution I have at this current moment is to find this. A pot. I do not have bigger bowls, but I have a pot. Okay, that's how I've been cooking for the past 2 years because I lost a lot of my kitchen stuff moving. Yes. It is what I've been doing for the past 2 years. I don't know what it's called. Procrastination, is it? Because I should probably be out here buying myself new kitchen stuff instead of just procrastinating it. Not too much, just a little bit. And then we need to fluff it together. And then we need to put it inside and not touch it, not eat it. Maybe just a taste. Ew, it's sour. And that is why we're making it into a cake. Because on its own, it's very sour. My mouth didn't like the taste of that, Chad. Nope. Well, it is good. It's just a bit too sour for my stomach. We're gonna keep playing in this economy. Exactly. And that is why I'm getting free rhubarb from my garden. I'm not buying it because I found the price of them in the store while buying the other stuff I needed. For like a small packet of rhubarb, it was 33 Danish kroner, which is around $4 or £5 dollars, whatever the fuck. Free! In massive amounts. We have a whole garden bed filled with them. They came with the garden, and now we're just. I think this is 1% of the garden, maybe even less, because of how much rhubarb there is. I don't want the comments on the fucking recipe. I want the fucking recipe. Give me. I'm having issues with my second phone because it keeps scrolling down on the recipe. Okay, now we're gonna beat some eggs and sugar together. Do we like beating eggs in this house? Perhaps. Do I know where the fuck those things are to beat the eggs with? There they are. But I do not like touching eggs. I don't like touching eggs. I hate touching eggs. So now we're getting gloved up because I don't like the texture of touching eggs. It's just not my thing. Not my thing, Chad. I don't like touching them eggs. Which one are they gonna go in? It's gonna be. How many eggs was it? I need 2 large eggs, which I do have, for the matter of fact. Technically, last time I baked it, I used 3 eggs. People say do not diverge from the recipe, but I do like diverging from the recipe sometimes because I do like a bit of egg. Okay, we're gonna beat the eggs. How much sugar is this? Another thing is, I do not have a weight. I do not have a weight, so I'm measuring by my eyes, which I have always done. Okay. We need 1 cup of sugar. How we do that? How do we get 1 cup of sugar? We grab a cup. We grab a cup. We grab the cup with the dogs. I need to move the mic a little bit. Sounds like the noise cancelling. Where should I put it? Should I maybe just do this? Yeah. Maybe just lay it on the side because it's like, I'm not sure about the mic. It's like something I got. We can also just clip the mic. Maybe that's dangerous. Maybe it's dangerous. This old receipt. This motherfucking old receipt that I got here. Is that gonna function? Is that gonna function, chat? Maybe. There is a mic on my old receipt. Yeah, it is difficult to find a place to put it. Maybe. Between the titties, it goes maybe. Does it function here? Who knows? Does it function between my tits, chat? I guess that's 1 cup. Oh, I do like a bit of sugar. Don't know, man. The milk between the titties. Oh, yes. It is also in a better place than the shoulder because you do not talk into your shoulder usually. Okay, so how many eggs was it needed? You need to beat 2 eggs. We're beating the eggs, chat. These are not large, these are small. I'm taking a third from the fridge. I'm just the person who keeps a ton of eggs in my fridge like a psychopath. If that's what psychopaths are doing. I don't know. I'm not putting it in the biggest bowl. I'm putting it in the rhubarb bowl. Well, and now we're gonna beat some eggs. Just gonna crack them first. I'm gonna crack them. Can I crack them without leaving eggshells, chat? That is the mystery question. Because last time I baked the rhubarb cake, I did find a shell in my mouth when eating the cake. Well, yes, and now that goes in the bin. Away the gloves of eggy go. I don't have many outlets. It is what it is. And this is not the longest thing in the world. It's very short, actually. It's like an arm's length. The mic is falling. Apologies. That's why it's probably not good to have it right in my tits. Apologies, chat. Maybe there. Maybe that's functioning better. Yes. Yeah, it's the X weekend these days. And now I'm gonna beat them into a whisk. I'm not gonna whisk them by hand. I'm not a psychopath. Okay. We're gonna put it there. And then we're gonna whisk. Just whisk. Until they are tripled in size. Tripled in size, chat. This is gonna be a noisy one. Hello there. How are you doing, darling? We're we're baking some cake today. Some rhubarb cake. Oh, speaking to your parents after moving is, well, depends on the situation. When I first moved, I didn't speak to my mum for a very long time, even though she stayed the night. But I hope you're doing well. That's good. That's good to hear that the mic isn't picking up the absolute horror of how loud this mixer is. You're eating cake. What kind of cake? Tell me, darling. You're researching cakes at the moment, so you're gonna have. That's alright. I wish you could let them the research. Yeah, it's probably a bit of the distorting things. I also the voice. I'm speaking through the mic, and I do think the eggs are the size they need to be. I don't know what it is, but I always feel like it looks like a Balzac when you're beating eggs with the hand mixer. I didn't just do that, but I did. Yep, that's my fault, chat. No, there's egg everywhere, even on the fucking floor. Yeah, we're gonna get some of these. No, I didn't just at all. Spray eggs every fucking where. It happens. It happens. Yes, it happens. But I wish I didn't do it so often. Yeah, it is exactly what happens when you're not being careful. This is exactly the reason why we need to be more careful when baking a cake. There's even fucking egg on me. Okay. Okay, meanwhile, it is so fun when you read a recipe and it says meanwhile. Meanwhile, you're doing this, do this also. Yes, fine. So, are we gonna mix? How many bowls do I need? Okay, we now mix the dry ingredients together: flour, baking powder, and salt. And how much do we need of each? 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Do I know how to do this without making a mess? We will see. I hate when my mother does this. My mother just comes by every now and again and she puts my shit into shit bags. And I just tend to fluff flour everywhere. as one. Not in the black. Don't do. I will survive it. It is 2 cups for a purpose flour. 1 teaspoon. Baking powder. Yeah, it's alright. I'm still filled with egg. There's still egg on me. I don't like the feeling of egg on me. Yeah. Oh, that sounds rough. I did hear about it. Oh. And I'm sorry if I can't see the, what is it called? The notifications from, I'm used to using Streamlabs and I'm testing out this other app for streaming. So there is no like alerts until I figure out how to do it. For the meanwhile, you're gonna have to survive with this. So I'm trying to look at my other phone to see chat. It's alright, Joss. How to watch. We put things in containers here. Yes, we do. I'm still trying to figure out what cups are. I'm gonna use 2 cups. And what is the next step? Okay. This needs to go in the big bowl. Surprise! Maybe not all of it. Maybe just one at a time. And not get it everywhere. I'm gonna do it in this one. And I'm gonna try not to make a mess. Yeah. We can hope. All we can do is hope. And this is the baking powder. How much baking powder do I need? 1 tablespoon. Oh, that's a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. That would be dangerous if I put a whole ass tablespoon in there. Yes, there. And now that I'm saying put the vanilla powder, sugar, whatever the fuck, in that, I do not have the vanilla extract because that's too fucking expensive. The UK content creator scene is, it's there has been a turn for the transphobia and the exclusionary feminism. I try to stay away from it. The only British side of things I watch is like a few smaller creators whom are educational creators, because at this point in time I do not want to engage with people whom I guess do not see anything wrong with people being exclusionary of people in their feminism. That's just my 2 cents. I do not want to be around people whom call me brainwashed, I say. Because there's a lot of those out there. Yeah. It's a weird world out there. I've grown to realize a lot of things in the past few years, and how I'd like to distance myself from things. aka what happened at TwitchCon. Yeah. Some people are weird, and I guess I just like to stay away from people who do not treat me as a person. I have noticed that even in the streaming space, that if you do not have a following and that if people do not know you, they will treat you very weirdly. Like, I know I have a slight following. It's not as huge as some of these people, but there are some people out here who will willingly treat smaller creators like a nobody just because they don't know them. And as a mental health advocate, meeting somebody who has a larger platform whom supposedly donates a lot of money to charity, disabled people's charity, it is very weird to it's just very weird to me to be used for some kind of thing because I didn't act how I'm supposed to socially at a party where I was the only one who was probably sober. I'm not shading people, am I? By saying that? That people are weird. Well, we are all weird in our own way, but I do think I dare to say that calling out a person for acting, what we would call it, not normal socially, and making it like an educational moment so people don't do that again. Like, dude, you're not that, like, this person was not that. I like people that treat me like people. So I was accused of stalking somebody. It was just a mere misunderstanding. He called me a nobody. I didn't like that vibe from a creator, so I unfollowed them on all socials. This is somebody who's been following for like 10 plus years, so I'm actually quite disappointed in how he treated somebody whom didn't feel like fit his social perception of how people are supposed to act at a creator party where you're not supposed to get drunk. Yeah, there's a bit of exclusion here too. And that is why I choose my friends and the people I hang around carefully. And that's probably why I unfollowed that person. Because I want to distance myself from people who think they know my intentions without even bothering to talk to me and treat me like a person. Because that nobody or that stranger that you don't know could be a potential friend. But besides that, I made a lot of friends at TwitchCon, even though some people had issues with my very fucking existence. Yeah, I know about that. The behind the scenes is fucking terrifying. Yeah, I also used to be an addict. I used to be an alcoholic, and while there may still be alcohol in my fucking drawer, I'm throwing it out because this recent thing just showed me that even though people do drink at creator events, I don't ever wanna touch alcohol again if I'm gonna turn out to be so paranoid that I think every stranger is stalking me. I don't want to be the person to believe that. I just don't want to drink again. What did this teaching moment of a public call out teach me? I don't want to drink. I want to treat people like people, and I do not want to stigmatize mute people. Yeah, I'm tall and all, and I know I'm intimidating to like a lot of people. It's something I've been told in my personal life also because it's not just about events and people who are famous. It's like any social event. I tend to stand in a corner by myself, not socializing because I got fucking social anxiety. And it was just a misunderstanding because he didn't bloody know his fucking surroundings. Which I find funny. But I'm gonna stop talking about it because he's not that important of a person. He may be a big creator, but I don't like care. Like, I'm just disappointed. Who was that? There's a lot of people in the community who are weird people. We know there's a lot of oddballs in the UK British community of content creators. There's a lot of grifters. A lot of abuses. Tomorrow your fave will be out as an abuser. Like that is basically the UK commentary creator scene at this current moment. Who will be the next bad person? That sounds like very pessimistic, but honestly, there are so many people out there whom, yeah, not good people. Well, they show a facade and whatever the fuck. Oh, I don't need anybody to live rent free in my head. The only people that live rent free in my head. Who is the only person that lives rent free in my head? Well, I'm not gonna talk about that. What lives? I don't even know what lives rent free in my head. I can't even make a joke about it. Maybe Apothecary Diaries is probably the only thing that lives rent free in my head at this current moment, because I became slightly obsessed with the Apothecary Diaries that I started pirating the light novel. Yeah, it's sad to see that the minority of the UK creators are good creators, and that's not. It's how to words. I'm saddened to see that the vast majority of UK creators are shitbags and assholes and not good people, while there is a minority of people who are actually good creators who care about people, not just getting clout and whatnot. How much milk do they need? We're putting this on an eye test. I think that is the same amount of vegetable oil. And I'm not touching the motherfucking vegetable oil with bare hands because it's sticky as fuck. I'm one of those people. That's understandable. Yeah. Single life calls me. Nah. Single life is fun. I've been single for 5 years. I'm coping. You can clearly hear that I'm coping. No, I'm fine with being single, honestly. I love my life. I love my life. I love my husband. I'm not married. Okay. Yes, yes. I tend to forget my friends exist. But that's on me. That's on the isolation of depression. I didn't. I would like to go out more, but for my own sanity's sake, I don't. Because a lot of people these days, I realize that a lot of the friends I used to have, and a lot of the friends I still have, are very much into drinking. We got this drinking culture here in Denmark, which is scary to some extent. The vast majority of like socializing is done while drunk, and the vast majority of getting partnered on Twitch is by doing drunk streams. I always pivot to that because I was told by some of the bigger creators, and I know for a fact that is how you also get affiliate, because that is how I got affiliate. Danish is kind of weird. That is understandable. It is. It is what it is. People are the language, the people, some of the language snobs. When you come to Denmark, why don't you just learn Danish? Because it's a fucking hard language to learn. There's so many people out here being so language snobs about it, but like, if you live in the capital, people are usually like not as snobby about it. Yeah, the English. I'm just a mixture of whatever floats my boat on the given day. No, I don't want to do that. That takes too much time. Yeah, that's a good idea. I replaced my alcohol addiction with work. So it's like a work addiction. No, not really. What did I replace my addiction with? A deep look into how stupid people can be online. There's a lot of people online, and I wanted to understand the psychology behind them. So how did I replace? I went through like a lot of shit back in the day, and the going home was and all that. So I decided, why don't I start reading psychology? Because psychology is a good thing to read and to understand people through. But I still have never gotten therapy for that. I'm just thriving. I live out of spite. It's the people around me who have shown me how bad people they become because of their addictions that I eventually choose to not drink. I did way too many alcoholics, guys. It is not a good fit for me. We do live out of spite. We do not like to subdue ourselves to the horrors of life. Yes, and we are only getting stronger the longer we survive through this shitty fucking world. The world that is burning. I do like vanilla. Sue me. Hard work, education, and getting to a point in life where I can actually do streaming as a hobby now. Because my work sustains me so well that I don't really need to worry about my next meal. In the past, of like most of my money going to drugs and alcohol and whatnot, I've come to a point in life where I don't understand why people drink. Well, I understand it from like a psychological level, but I don't want to put myself through that again. And I realized through visiting the local pub just once, I'm not going to do that again, even though that's the only place I'm going to meet people from growing up. I've been growing up in this town, like I lived here for 20 years. If I ever want to like meet people like casually and not have like plans, I just going to that pub and I'm a hot girl. It's gonna be very fucking hard with all of these persistent motherfuckers trying to give me free drinks. When I say that, I don't drink. Man, small pups and older guys and the drunks, the old drunks who do not know about personal space. The ones that will not just come up to you and stand and talk to you, but they will stand like this, 5 centimeters from your fucking face. And then they will ask you, are you trans? Do you have a penis? And that is the question I get asked the most. I'm tall, I'm hot. I am gender fluid. I am trans, technically, by definition. But I find it so funny that they wish that I had a PP. And every time I go on Omegle, it's the same shit. Are you a man? No. Are you trans? Technically. Do you have a penis? No. And they get sad. Yeah, sometimes I wish I did, but that is not the reality that we live in. Gender is weird. Gender is a soup, it's a fluid, it's a liquid. The automat, yeah. I can check the automat. What is it canceling you out for? Because I have the phone there to check chat on the chat. The phone is over there. But my computer is in here. And it has turned off. I'm watching my own stream. And it has turned off. Come on. Come on, you fat fuck. The computer. The computer is the fat fuck in this instance. Yeah, it does not like the word genitals. Yes, I'm gonna allow it. The math people do when they try to figure out is what enough hands is when people ask these days, I just like to say yes. Are you a boy or girl? Yes. Because it's technically true. When you are a gender fluid intersex person like me, the answer is yes. Are you a boy or a girl? Depends. Yes. Maybe. All of it. Making them question their sanity and sexuality is something I love to do. I did realize, for a matter of fact, that I do attract a lot of bisexual men. Even though I love women the most, the bisexual men are thirsting for me. I made a joke yesterday because we were talking about what do you want to do with your life on my other friend's stream, and a lot of them are like thinking about getting kids one day, and I'm like, I don't want kids. I just want to fuck all the hot people. Ambitions of cooking a good meal, baking a good thing, and getting X on my fingers. No, but my ambitions lay very differently from that of the heteronormative normal people. Normal people, the ones who want to repeat the cycle of life, constantly having children, doing that thing over and over again, getting married, getting divorced. Why can't we just let people, well, choose to fuck around and find out in their own kind of way? People be so judgmental when you say, I want to fuck around and find out. I want to fuck all the hot people. You don't have the facilities for that, that's why it only is. The facilities are closed. Though I do wish for my doctor to stop telling me, we can't cut the tubes, truly, because you want kids one day, you are a woman. Sue me. Take out the tubes. Take out the tubes. Even though I know that the chance of me having kids is like abysmally low. It's like under 1%. Maybe even less. Maybe like a tenth of a 1%. So 1% of 1%. That is the chance of me having children. Biologically, at least. And those are not. Yeah, that is the statistics. Yeah, cut the fucking tubes. I don't need them. I don't want my biological seed to be spread. That's how men say it, but who the fuck cares? I don't want to spread this. My family has enough children in the family. There's enough children in the family. I do not need. The bloodline ends with me. It ends with me. I'm not bringing any of these genetics to anyone else. The genetics line, stay with me. Yes, we end the bloodline. And while they may hate us for it, it is what it is. We have our own bodily autonomy to do whatever the fuck we want. They cannot pressure us into birthing children or having them in the first place, because fuck them motherfuckers. We have our own freedom. No, adoption is probably the means to get kids one day. There's plenty of kids out there that need parents who doesn't have them. So why put your own genetics into the world when there are so many children in need? I've been in troubled homes as a kid, so while I was never parentless, I saw a lot of people who had troubles, and I guess I don't want to bring more people into that world where people are going without parents. So I rather adopt one of them kids instead of procreation. Because honestly, fuck procreation. There's so many people out there that need help. Parents, family. Why not bring a bit of goodness to them? The system is already rough enough. There's so many kids aging out of the system because they become too old for some people to adopt. But you're a teenager, you have too much baggage. Doesn't fucking matter. They're still deserving of love and care like anybody else. I would much rather adopt a teenager than a baby. I don't like small kids. There's just something scary about small kids to me. I don't know what it is. It's maybe like the understanding they have of the world is not as big as ours. And I think at least a teenager would at least have understanding of the world being a hellhole. We know the world is going to shit. Hey, yay. That's what we're doing while baking, thinking about how the world is burning down around us. Yeah, exactly. How do I explain that I step on people for my day job? How do I explain my day job to people? I usually explain it by I step on people. People pay me to step on them, which is technically true, but like, how will one have that conversation with a little child? I know there's age appropriate conversations and all that, but it's not one I think I'm comfortable with yet. I'm too young for that shit. I'm young. I'm only 24, but my bones say I need a wheelchair. I feel so old sometimes. The bones are screaming for the wheelchair out there, but the mind is so young. I'm a meme. I like memes. I like being young. I like living in the now. But my back is fucking screaming at me, as it has always done. I turned 25 this year, and here in Denmark we have this tradition. If you're unmarried and 25, there's this thing called cinnamon. If your friends is unkind, they will bathe you in this. Bathe, as in bags. Bags on bags upon bags of this. Out into the street. Yes, out into the street. They drag you. They tie you up. They pour water or oil over you. And then they shower you with cinnamon. If you're unmarried by 25. It's even worse when you turn 30. Because then it's pepper. Denmark have some weird traditions. And I will stay inside for the mother godding I will stay inside for 2 weeks after my birthday. I do not trust people. Trust issues are there. The trust issues. The trust issues are there. Okay? Well, I trust my friends. Some of them, my god, some of them have just as much mischievous energy as I, and I do not want to leave that. If that's the case. Yeah, Automat got your first message. Let's see. Okay, I'm turning off Automat. I'm just yanking the Automat wherever the fuck I do that. Where the fuck is the Automat? Is it under the settings? It's under moderation. Profanity. We allow that. We also allow sexual based terms. But we do not allow those. And I do want to go in and yeah. Now you can fuck all you want. No, now you can say fuck all you want. And you can use all the profanity and swears that you need. But other people can't see it. But apparently my chat is fucked. Fuck, yeah. My phone can't see it. The other people in chat can't see it. But it is allowed. Yes, we're gonna hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate on some water or some Arizona. Because it's just standing around getting old. There is nothing left of that. Okay, next step. I keep pulling gloves because my OCD. I'm so OCD when it comes to sticky things. And we need to get that recipe open so I can just reread. Yes. Add most of the chopped rhubarb to the cake batter. I also need to grease the fucking pan. This is the pan we're baking in. Do I have to? Where did I put it? I can't even find my own way in my own kitchen. That is so typical of me. And how do we do this? I can't find the scissors. So that's how we'd be doing it. So how did you guys find out about Twitch as a platform? Because I think everybody has their own kind of introduction to it in their own way. Respectfully, Josh, I'm making you a mod. I can't deal with this running around. Respectfully, I trust you. Respectfully, how do I do this? Respectfully, where the fuck are it? Rolls. Can I spell? We can also deal with the fucking morons in chat now. Respectfully, I trust you. Yeah, you made your account decades ago. Woohoo! I made my account in 2020. I got affiliated after a year of drunk streams. But then I stopped streaming for a while. As you do. But I think I was introduced to Twitch back when I was in high school. I think. One of my friends used to play Osu, if anybody knows of that. I don't. Yeah, we streamed probably for 1 year, and then we abandoned the streaming. That's very gay of us. Nah. That's very lockdown-esque. It's when lockdown started and the depression got worse. So we just didn't. I tried, yes. I have streams from every now and again in between that, but yeah, I didn't manage much. Life was going through the ringer. Lockdown, moving, then hell. Life's been rough. It hasn't been easy, but it is what it is. And we live on, and we evolve, and we become whole people. We've been tested. Yes. There's a lot of people whom I used to watch that streamed who do not stream anymore, and I feel sad that I have no idea if they're alive or dead. Like some mutuals and whatnot who just disappeared off the face of the earth. Some people I'm glad disappeared off the face of the earth. There were some troublesome people back in the day. We remember commentary YouTube. We remember the Minecraft service. Yeah, we remember the Minecraft service in the name of British commentary YouTubers. The good old days of dying repeatedly on the Einapper Minecraft server. I was killed. Spawn killed by one of the OPs. And then I rage quit Minecraft for a while. I shouldn't eat the dough. There's eggs in it. I know I'll get the shits. But it's calling me. It's calling me. The dough is calling me. Yeah. There was a lot of random commentary channels who made Minecraft SMPs for their viewers. James Marriott's service. James is a good guy. We're not talking about the Ansia incident ever again. We're not talking about my fucking meltdown over Minecraft. Because some other members of the server didn't want to include me. I had a full-on mental breakdown. I was an addict at the time, but I had a full-on mental breakdown, leaking my own address. I'm so glad he made a new server. I'm so glad he made a new Discord server, so that one we know. And some of the people in the server said I deserved it. They said I deserved to be humiliated. And they just said I deserved to be stalked. I'm not. It just sometimes lives rent-free in my head. That there were people out there saying I deserved to be stalked. And saying that I deserved every inch of hate I got. I may have been a drug addict. I may have been slightly unhinged. I say that. But I don't think anybody deserves to be stalked, no matter how unhinged they are. I'm just thinking I'm adding too much rhubarb iron, right? Ah, we're gonna live with the rhubarb cake. Do we want to take a look at the rhubarb cake, which is very much rhubarb, not much cake? it's just a, it's just a platter of rhubarb. Yeah. And now we're gonna sprinkle some sugar on it. I like rhubarb. Sue me. Sue me. That's a lot of sugar. Sue me. Okay, how much do this need? Can I figure out where the fuck that is? Okay, how much do you need? You need 40 to 45 minutes. Like, let's set a timer. Let's start with 40 minutes. Life has been weird, for me at least. It's been all over the place. We've been doing some things when we were addicts. So now we're gonna go eat some dough. No, I don't care about the diarrhea I'm gonna get. That will be a decision I deal with in the future. The decision of having IBS. So, doesn't matter what I eat. Eventually, I'll get the shits. Eventually, no matter what I eat, I will get the shits. It is what it is. I'm gonna go get a spoon wherever the fuck I have placed my spoons. Well, I think we're gonna go to the balcony to eat this dough. If I get the shits, that's I deal with the shits. My very messy balcony, by the way. Can I even do this? It's messy out here. But it's the best lighting. Oh well, we're gonna place chat here. At the gaming setup. Oh. We're gonna deal with the repercussions of this later. Now I can also see who has engaged in the following and the liking. What the fuck is this? I think it's my hair. As long as I don't eat as much as I did last time when devouring the dough, I'm gonna be fine. Don't tell me that nobody does this. Because people do be doing this when they are baking. Mm. It is the best part. Is eating the creation. But first, eating all the dough that's left in the bowl. That was all the dough there was in that. We should maybe go clean this. Well, entertaining stream content. Cleaning the dishes is a good idea. We're gonna get dish cam. Does dish cam work, or does my tripod not want to work with me? The POV is not so good. Part of cooking or baking is that you have to clean up after yourself and not just leave it in the sink, like I tend to do. This one is unopened, so I can put that back. The sugar can go back. Or the flour can go back. The baking powder and vanilla can go back in the cupboard. It is in the oven. Do you want to see? My very dirty oven, by the way. I apologize. Oh yes, it does look delicious. Now we're gonna do the cleaning up after ourselves like grown adults do. Or supposed to do. We're not supposed to have cleaners. Though I do have a cleaning lady that comes every now and again helping me. It is state issued. You want to bake now? What do you want to bake? Something British? Nah. There are plenty of better things out there than British. No shade. Maybe a shade. When Britain stole all those spices and didn't bother using them. Yeah, full shade. It's so funny to see that British culture now is so fucking diverse because Britain pillaged the villages all over the fucking world, colonized the fucking. Yeah. And then there are a little bit of racist old men who complain about people in the street participating in their own culture, like, bitch, what? Your whole fucking country colonized other places. How can you be mad about those cultures now residing within your country? People are weird. There is an awful bunch of white nationalist British men. Like that. What did I do? If I remember correctly, there was this guy called British Dean who would keep adding women who interacted with the British commentary space to Slack lists, stuff like that. I was so stupid. You are Slack. You've been added to this list because you're Slack or you're ugly or whatever the fuck. Yeah, the occupation of Wales, Scots, and Ireland. Yeah, that is a shit show in and of itself. Can't say Denmark is much more pure in the pillaging and villaging part because Denmark, the Vikings, the whole fucking nation has done a lot of things as to that of entering other places and taking ownership over them. I forgot words for a moment. My mind is just blank. What is it called again? I said the word a fucking minute ago. Colonizing. Oh, what's the word? I think most countries, at least, have done some colonization. At least of those that are still around to this day. Should we get you started on the occupation of Ireland? For how long could you talk about that? in how some poor British farmers weren't allowed to grow some potatoes because a brand of Lay's owned them. A specific fucking potato. Sounds so stupid that there are corporate entities that can claim that they own a fucking potato. Yeah, a lot of the city names and whatnot does come from Denmark, yes. Or have origin in the Nordics. Once upon a long time ago, the whole of the UK, at least the northern parts, were a part of Danish occupation. It would be much better for your healthcare if it stayed that way. But sadly, no. With how shitty the NHS is currently, it would probably have been better if Denmark still had ownership over it. Maybe that's just wishful thinking, but I see the shit show. But I also see the shit show here, but the shit show in the UK is much worse than it is here. Oh. Yeah, probably would. Though our current Prime Minister. While I have my personal gripes with my current Prime Minister, she's not a good Prime Minister. And I don't know why she keeps getting re-elected. While she's doing a good job in some parts, other parts she isn't absolutely just the rich bitch who doesn't know about the poor, everyday working class people. Though she did live down the street from me when I was a child. I wasn't by any means rich, we were broke as fuck. I did go to school with her daughter, so I had a bit more insight in our current Prime Minister than the vast majority of people. No shade, but all the shade in how she treats children. And she is called the Children's Prime Minister. But she is an arrogant bitch to children. And people who like to call out her flaws. Yeah, Denmark would do a better job at the government thingy. Though there will always be things that shock within each and every country. Some people just are more sane than others. So, the rhubarb cake will be done in 21 minutes, hopefully. But in the meantime, we clean, as we must. We are grown adults, and we must commit to the cleaning. Even though I'm stepping in water current, I probably should vibe before. Honestly, being an adult is hard sometimes, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to deal with taking care of ourselves in the best way we know. Nobody else can do it for us. The majority of the time, we are left on our own devices, doing what we do best. Depending on the person. Different people do different things best. Well, let's see. What plans do we have for this week other than baking? So, what do we have a plan for this week? I have a photo shoot, and then a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and then maybe a wedding where I take photography, and then maybe a picnic stream. Because the grilling stream in the forest has been postponed due to the meat prices being absolutely awful currently. The meat is expensive. Though I would love to have a stream schedule, I currently don't have one. Because, life and work and self-employment. I work for myself, so I chose my own hours. So the hobby lies within, between, and whatever the fuck not happens at work. That one is too wet now. So let's see if we can get another. They're not called handkerchiefs, they're called kitchen towels. And I'm getting very sweaty. No, not sweaty, warm. I'm getting warm because it's hot outside. It's bloody fucking goddamn 23 degrees. The sun is shining. It's a fucking sauna in here. God fucking damn it. How hot is it currently where you are right now, chat? Because here I'm warm and I am sweaty. Not sweaty, just overheating. I'm not sweating at all, technically. Just warm. Also because of the oven and whatnot. So maybe in the meanwhile, while we're waiting for the cake to bake, I can put into use. Yeah, no, why is it so hot? In the UK, 28. That's fucking insane. Didn't even expect that. When how the UK is usually the fucking coldest place ever. But I can introduce you to my little ice crusher. It crushes ice. And I really need ice cream right now. So we're gonna open the fridge, pull out some ice cubes, crush them, and then make a good little dessert because I am warm. Can I please that without ice just fell out of the freezer. Hey, I don't feel old yet. Yes, I feel old. Let's see. We have this little fine thing called an ice crusher. What you do with this thing is, first, I'm gonna wash it. Because for some reason my hair is in this. Then we'll place in this ice bucket. Shoving in some ice cubes. Can I do this? Do I know how to unpack? No, it's a good question. The last one I had broke. Well, that didn't break. Part of it went missing when I moved. And then you're supposed to press this down. Too much ice. It's a bit rough around the edges. This is a fucking workout, isn't it? I also wonder why it's so hot. Now we have a little ice. And we have the little add-ons. So we have this mix. For mango. It's technically for mixing drinks, but whatever the fuck. I'm using it for this. And then we grab a little bit of condensed milk, sweetened of course. Now we can watch me eat this ice cream. As always, it's delicious. That is yummy. Honestly, I could eat condensed milk on its own, but that's not a good idea. It's a little ice cream bowl. It's a bit more rough around the edges than I assumed, but It's good. It's cold. It's cooling me down. This is so warm, it's almost already a liquid. If I'm seeing correctly on your Twitch profile, Josh, it says 2024 as in, was it, what does that mean? Is that some kind of badge? I'm just out here getting some slurping ASMR. Your Twitch profile, besides the moderation icon, there is a icon that says 2024. Oh, recap. Don't know what that is. Well, I probably do know what that is. I just have the memory of a spoon. Ha, spoon. The recap of what you have streamed and what you have watched, right? It is time for the cake to come out the oven, I think. And I need to find the things that I hold on to the cake with. Oh, I need to poke it first. Do I have a poker? I guess we are taking a knife. Here we go. Yeah, it needs a bit more. I think 10-20 minutes more. Where the fuck is the timer? You're getting a little bit longer. Time to find the, what are they called again? Do I even have them anymore? That's the question. What are they called? The grabby grabbies to grab the food in the oven. What are they called again, Chad? Don't know. Okay, I'm gonna use these. That's too thin. There. I'm just gonna use 2-3 kitchen towels whenever it's ready. Oven mitts, yes, that was the English word for it. Det heter baglapper på dansk. Baglapper. Det hedder det engang. That's not even what they're called. I'm just using silly language. Silly Danish language. Hey. The oven mitts. Yes. In the meantime, I will snack on some cheese. Oh no, I'm Danish, and I'm gonna have to de-mic myself because the phone got dying. The battery's dying. So no mic for a minute. Hope that's alright, chat. No, I'm Danish. Even though the accent may sound a bit Polish at times. We had here now very cheap, what are they called? What are the words again? Chat, what are the words again for this? Now, I don't look like I come from Denmark, because technically, if we speak about genetics, my family is from a long line of people who have migrated from the eastern parts of Europe. That's why the dark hair is our guys. The height is genetic. My parents are tall, but me being this tall, while it is genetic, while I'm just as tall as my brothers, I got an extra chromosome, which means I'm so tall as I am. Yeah. It is what it is. We come from Austria, kind of vibe area, and then wanders out of state of Turkey, and then somewhat around technically Polish area, but back when it was called something else. My family came from there. Don't know what it's named in. Well, it is part of like Czech, Ukraine, Poland, but back then it had another name. Then I have French, and yes, technically Polish in my family, but it's a bit of a mixture. That's what you get from migrating people. No, not the Soviet Union. It's a country that was situated, a small country that was situated between Poland, technically also Germany, in like a small little thing. It had a specific name. Don't remember it though, because it's like family history so long ago. I guess I do. It is part of, I guess, growing up in a very structured society. But also it is because my legs do not like me particularly much. I got osteoarthritis. The way I walk is usually because of the osteoarthritis of me not being able to walk too freely. I can't walk too freely because of the osteoarthritis. It makes me kinda walk like differently than what most people walk. I'm gonna poke the cake once again. And it's more than that, probably. Now we're gonna be waiting for the cakey. So I'm basing your hair chat. And resupplying with some power. And just sit and chat. Oh. Now I feel real old. I did buy some new nails. They fell off. So I got some new ones. But I haven't reapplied them yet because of the baking. But I suppose to put them on later today. or tomorrow morning. Probably a better idea. Now it's for the waiting game of the oven baking the cake. I also need to cook dinner at one point. I am hungry. It's like technically dinner time for me. Technically it's dinner time. The apartment complex is whistling. It's a fun time when it's whistling. My posture is shit, I know. The chair isn't really for posture. I went to get myself this little... It's a bit prettier, but it is cheap. What is it called? What are they called? Forklift? The word is lost in my brain, the English word for this. But I used to have another one that says Texas, which is like, I live in Denmark, Texas is like, why would I have... I did realize that one I had that says Texas was like a prank gift, but I still can't find it anywhere. Maybe it says here what it is in English. Help. No. It's just the head, just changes it. I don't know if the audio is shit. It did get a little bit more power. Let's see. Now you can look at the cake in the very, very dirty oven. Well, I can run into the office and look something up, just for fun. I'm just gonna leave you in front of the oven, like a good mother would to her children. Leave them in front of the oven. You're doing very well, Chad. Don't worry for the bag of sushi that was once upon a time in that bag in under near the oven. The oven is very dirty, I know. Mm. Mm. Where the fuck is that? Yeah. Every now and again, people are a little bit odd, but they were not wrong. I am partially Polish. The genetics are Polish. Yeah. Let's prick the cake once again. And not touch the oven. I'm not screaming in pain. I'm alright, chat. Nothing happened. Just a bit of an ick. Just touch the oven a slight bit. Yeah, I think it'll be done when I pull it out. It will be done because I won't pull out a cake that is not done. I've done that before and that is not a good idea. Yeah, it needs those few more minutes. As it is on the timer. Hello, 4 people. We're in front of the oven now. As we can see, we are baking a rhubarb cake. Or as we can't see because my oven is fucking dirty. Hello. Don't be rude or face Josh's wrath. Yeah, I do realize that we're a bit odd. Autism does not always pick up on even comments. Being weird. We're chilling in front of the oven. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't notice, honestly. I've never touched the army, but I know people who have. That's not my kind of place. I lived here for 2 years and I still not have hung my curtains. I realized that a long time ago. But like the curtains that are currently hanging in front of my windows are hung on knobs and not actually curtain rods because for some reason the apartment walls won't let me hang like the physical walls. We tried putting some up, but they just kept falling down like dumb shit curtains. They just hung up like that. In the meantime has been 2 years. Yes, and they still fell down. It is an old apartment complex. It was built in the 60s, I think. So, yeah. There's also mold. We have a fun mold problem. Let's see. Still 1 minute left. I can show you my mold problem in the meantime. It's not that bad. It could be worse, but it has been worse. But the corner over here. Do we see the mold? Woohoo! There's mold in that crevice. And down here. Yeah. The bathroom is slight bit worse. Yeah, I sleep in this. This moldy fucking bedroom. That's not good for my health. Not even the council wanna step in here. Not even the bloody fucking council. Delicious mold. The council are trying to get me a new apartment, but they haven't really been trying. Let's say they haven't really been trying. They won't even enter this place. Yeah, but that is the mold issue. I think the timer has rung. I hope they get this sorted. It's been what, like 1.5 years since we stated that we're moved here, and that I wanted to move into another place because this was a place I got because I was homeless. They placed me in a mold-ridden apartment as a homeless person. I don't know what that says about the system or whatnot, but yeah. So I have lived in mold for way too long now. And what we're gonna do here is take out the cake because I think it's ready. We've been trying. They gave me like a thingy, not a thingy. They said a few months ago, about 3 to 6 months before we find a place for you. It has been 3 months now, maybe 4, as I kind of lose track of time unless somebody is telling me. But yeah, the cake is out. Look at the cake. Look at the delicious cake. It needs to stand and cool off for a bit, I think. As cakes tend to do. So I can make myself some dinner in the meantime, before we eat it. It will become dessert. It'll become my dessert. My phone does not recognize me. Let's see. What kind of food can I make myself? We're gonna sort some food out for me. I think I know what I want. But I need to put gloves on for that because that is a sticky ass motherfucker. It needs to cool off for at least 10 minutes. I know with the cake. If I eat it straight out the pan, it's a bad idea. I'm gonna burn myself. It's called summer food, technically. Summer food is when soup. Yeah. So what we do is we take not a fork, we take some scissors, we split open the soup. We're selling deep frozen chicken soup, or as it says in Danish, hønseködssuppe. And then we rip and tear until we get onto the soup pot. And then we put it in the big pot. We throw out the stuff we need to throw out, of course. Like this one, too. And then I take off my gloves. I find the right one, which is this one. And then we turn on the heat. And we put it on full high heat, and then it's gonna melt. That motherfucker is gonna melt. And this heat, definitely, but yeah. Maybe I should do some stretches so I don't get old. Ugh, I feel old. My back feels so. We can grab some of these while the soup melts. So we can do a little bit of weightlifting in the kitchen while I wait for the soup to thaw. Is that what it's called? Yes. I do believe it is. I have forgotten that my left arm exists. So I've been lifting for a while now. Chat, I've been lifting for a while. We can see there's a bicep there. We can see here. There's not really a bicep there because I forget my left arm exists. So we gotta remember to fitness both arms. Fitness both arms. That is correct. We're gonna remember to use both arms for moving to strengthen our body. Because if we only do it with one hand, we're gonna look like somebody who's been jerking the chicken, jerking it. We're gonna look like a gooner, not in the right way. We're gonna look like we've been gooning it with one hand and not the other. We're gonna be looking like we've been gooning with both. Not just with one. Yes, yes, yes. You're doing fine. And I'm gonna flip it just a bit. Turn it down a slight bit. Face the phone now. Do some little dance. And enjoy the view. You're not gonna enjoy the view because I'm not gonna dox myself. But the view is fantastic, chat. Oh, how I love living so high up so I can see beyond the fucking world. I can see so many fucking things from here. It's amazing. You can see all the new buildings popping up all over the place, the skyscrapers and whatnot, all the way to the capital. And whatever the fuck that thing is that's now built over there, which is what got damn fucking ugly. Yes, we did pick the rhubarb ourselves. It is from the garden. I can show the cake because the cake is done. Now I'm just cooking dinner because we need to wait for it to cool down. But the rhubarbs are picked from our own garden, and this is basically maybe just 1% of the garden that I have picked here and used for the cake, which just needs to cool off because it's straight out the oven. Rhubarb cake is my favorite cake to bake. It is, as a matter of fact, yes, I'm Danish. It is a very good cake. Rhubarb cake is fantastic. Both English and Danish is allowed in chat, but there is going to be a high chance I'm going to answer in English. So the rest of chat understands. Because a lot of people in chat don't know a lick of Danish. I know that for a fact. Only a few people learn Danish, whom has not. It is. When people learn languages, a lot of people do not choose to learn Danish as their second language, because unless they move to Denmark, of course. Yes, we are all in with entertainment, and while I'm waiting for the soup to thaw, because I need to eat, I'm gonna train my arm because I forgot this arm exists. You know, when you're weightlifting and whatnot, I usually use my right hand, and as we can see, there's a muscle. The left, not as much. I forgot they existed. Thaw, you motherfucker. Thaw. I think that's what it's called. English is not my first language, but I hope. Yes, I did lose my bicep. I lost my bicep. I grew them, and then I lost them. No, I didn't lose my bicep. I just forgot to train the left arm. I forgot the left arm existed. Yeah, I'm looking to get them back. I need to be buff for summer. It's already summer. We're a bit out late. It's a bit late to get the summer body, but we're at it. My right arm is stronger. Yes, I do, for a matter of fact, want to look buff. Not extremely buff, but I do want to have a bit of a tone to me, a bit of a muscle tone, because my body has a very hard time producing muscle because of my joints and my genetics and whatnot. I want to gain a lot of muscle so my joints do not hurt as much, because I have osteoarthritis, which is a matter of factly something that has no cure, unless it has no cure, but it has the thing of, if you train your body, if you keep up with being in shape, you have a less likability of being in pain all the time. I'm in pain a lot. That is why I have a wheelchair. And why I'm walking around, not just standing, because if I stand in place for far too long, my legs, my knees, they will lock and I won't be able to walk around. Because I have a tendency of standing straight like this and overextending my knees, which looks funky, by the way, but if I keep doing it, I'll just end up hurting myself. Come on, Soup. Soup! That's Soup on me. I'm fine. I'm fine, Chad. It's not warm. It's just a bit lukewarm. It's not warm yet. Second kitchen incident today. Third, maybe. Yeah, you've got to be around. But I have realized now that I've talked too much. My throat! My throat! I'm glad that I'm making soup. Soup! But this is the rhubarb cake. Well, I can see Copenhagen from where I live. I can see it, but I don't live in it. Copenhagen is about 45 minutes that way, I think. Depending on what kind of transportation you're using, it may be shorter or longer. I can see sometimes other Stormland in Copenhagen. Sometimes, but it is a bit foggy. It's a bit foggy. There's fog over Copenhagen currently. I can see it's a bit. Yeah, it's not as bright over there. Well, the sun is out here. There's a bit of like a cloudy thing going on in Copenhagen right now. foggy, as in fog, as in when the clouds are on the ground. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Foggy is away, yes. My phone is dying. We're gonna go Michaelis for a minute. Probably also for your enjoyment, because when I'm eating soup, you're not gonna enjoy it. Yes, the words. The soup is warming. I'm gonna get my hamburger, aka the buns. These are the buns. These are the buns that I love, besides these. Eat a bowl. I could just eat out of the... Technically, you can always eat out of the thing I forgot the name of currently. Thank you so much, darling. I need to find a bowl. I don't have many bowls. I'm gonna use that bowl. That is the thickest one I'm not gonna burn my hand on. I'm gonna eat these. Can I open these? Am I allowed to open these? Please. Yeah. The buns. You can see these are the buns, and they're very delicious buns. You like buns? Are you a buns or a cherry person? Buns, apples, melons, and whatnot. The soup. There is no space to eat in the kitchen currently. So it's standing. That is a weirdly shaped bun. I've never seen one like that. What happened, Mr. Bun? Did you lose part of yourself, or did you? You look weird, my guy. My guy, you look weird. But I'm gonna eat you anyway. Your shape doesn't matter because you're going in my stomach anyway. taking off the heat. Yeah, I need to heat those too. But first, I need to heat. So I've been doing something with the recent VODs that I have had uploaded to my Twitch. I have also uploaded to my Watch channel, at least those that did not have audio issues, because some of them I've noticed didn't have audio at all. I did have some mic trouble when I was at TwitchCon, and this has broken, so it's a bit fucky. Oh yeah. I need to find the spoon. The spoons are there for when you eat soup. I think give me a bit more soup. Just I did good, Chad. It's very, very hot. I haven't eaten all day. I need to eat, but it's happening slowly, chat. It should be fun. chat, I'm getting tired. I know you want to see me eat rhubarb cake, but I just realized eating soup now without my blood sugar was very low before. The reason why it was so hot was because my blood sugar was low because I'd forgotten to eat. When you are in a sense of you realize your blood sugar is low, as I do deal with blood sugar issues, I'm just eating. Talking is a no go. The soup is still very hot. I'm gonna take a slice of the cake and then I'm gonna tell you about how it tastes. And then you still oh. I hope audio is on. Audio. 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 Chat is a bit behind from stream. Hello. Audio. Audio. With stream audio, and the stream is a bit behind, but that is alright. I'm gonna introduce the cake. The rhubarb cake, in which I put too many rhubarbs in. We will present the cake like this. Because I put too much rhubarb in this cake. Chat, I couldn't cut a slice. It became this jumbled mess. Not a slice. Just whatever the fuck this is. So let's have a taste. Let's have a taste, chat. Of this rhubarb crumble. Because I wouldn't call this a cake. Well, it is a cake. But it's not in slices. As always, it's simply enjoyable. Very good. I love it. It got that sweet but also sour taste to it. Not too sweet, not too sour. Just right there in the middle where it needs to be. It's good. It's very good. Crushed. The innards. It's just wholeheartedly delicious. I love it. It is good. It is good. But I put too many rhubarbs in. Need to put a bit less in next time so there's a bit more cake. There's my own voice haunting me from my other phone. Talking about cake. It's good. It's delicious. It's downright delicious. But it didn't want to stick together because the amount of rhubarb so in. in it. This is delicious. So chat, it's been a good stream today. I've been on far longer than I expected to be, but I have enjoyed myself baking some rhubarb cake and grinding some soup, and then the rhubarb cake because it's delicious. Well, I'm thinking, it's getting late for me. Well, not late. I have something to do. So, I will love you, and I will leave you, and I will see you next time, where I go live. Well, I have something else planned. The next live is probably going to be going for a barbecue in the woods, with a friend or not. Maybe. See you next time on my Twitch channel, where I will be live doing something else. I shouldn't be baking a rhubarb cake next time. That would be too many rhubarb cakes existing within the same time frame, chat. So, I will love you and leave you. Bye-bye.